guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Danielle. I am a part-time working mom of two boys, ages 5 and 2, and I live in Ontario, Canada. Today's video is going to start, you're going to see me doing some unpacking. We were super fortunate. We got to go to Florida for a week, and it was so nice to get away and feel a little bit normal again and feel some sunshine and some warmth and just enjoy some really good quality family time. It was just such a refreshing week. And now that we are home, you just have to deal with all the unpacking, which isn't going to be too bad. And I did try to keep the house clean leading up to the trip so that we wouldn't have a big mess to come home to. But of course, there is still some stuff that we're going to need to clean up. And at the very end of the video, you're going to see us tackle kind of a big project, which I'm excited to share with you as well. So we're just starting here with getting all of our clothes put away. So we brought just that suitcase that you see and then a backpack, and that was it. On the way down, we didn't check any of our luggage, and then on the way back, I had bought some stuff, so we did check our one bag coming home. But Florida for a week, where we were staying was with some family, and we had access to a washer dryer, so we didn't need to bring a ton of stuff, and we knew the kids were going to be outside and probably in their bathing suits most of the time, so we were able to pack pretty minimally, which was really nice. So now I'm just going through everybody's clothes, trying to figure out, for the most part, I knew what was clean and what was dirty. I do try to keep them separate when I'm packing, but there was a couple things I wasn't sure about, so just going through all that and taking all the tags off of all the new clothes that I bought while I was down there so that they can all go in the wash and get ready to be used as our spring and summer approach up here in Ontario. I saw this really cool thing. I believe it was on Pinterest, but it was a mom who was sharing that when she goes on plane rides with her kids, she will go to like the dollar store and buy just cheap little dollar items and wrap them up. And then on the plane, whenever her kids seem to be getting bored or a little bit antsy or fussy, she'll hand them this new present and they can open it and then they play with it for a little bit, and it kind of buys her a little bit of time. So I actually did do that for this plane ride. It was our first plane ride that was this long. Both kids have been on planes before, but never for 3 hours. And it worked amazing. So I would say maybe every like 20-30 minutes, they got a new little gift to open up, and then it would take them, especially Oliver, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to actually get it open. And then they would play with it, say 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on how much they liked it. And then we would move on to the next thing. And so between that and watching an episode or two of shows on the iPad and eating, we made it through the whole flight with very few issues. So then on our way home, I went to a dollar store in Florida and did the exact same thing again for coming home. And it worked really well. It was a really stress-free way to travel. So I highly recommend it. Some of the stuff we brought home with us and kept for them to play. And then some of it, like that was like stickers and coloring pages and stuff, we just tossed. And I didn't have to feel guilty about it because they got their use and they didn't cost much. So yeah, if you're planning to travel with kids and you're a little worried about a long plane ride or train ride or car ride, highly recommend wrapping up some little things and surprising them because it works really well. also thought it was really cool that now that Finn is 5, we haven't really traveled in the last 2.5, even 3 years, because before everything started to shut down, I was also pregnant for 9 months. And so the last time he went anywhere, he was so young, he really doesn't remember it. He'd been to Florida, I think 3 times before, but had no recollection of the house we stayed at, no recollection of the beaches, the pools, nothing. And I feel like now he's at the age where he probably will remember a little bit of this, definitely for the next few years, but maybe even as an adult, because when I think back to my childhood, I definitely do have some memories from being, 5 years old. So it's neat to think that, all these things we've been doing all these years, Andrew and I will have memories of, and we remember and have these, really positive, fun experiences to look back on. But now one of our kids is actually getting to the age where he's going to start to remember them too, and that's really neat. So after we had put everything away, I decided to make some sourdough discard chocolate chip muffins. And I was filming all this with the intention of showing you guys, just a little bit more about my sourdough journey that I'm on so far. And so I mixed up all this batter and I was filming it all, which, by the way, sourdough discard, if you don't know much about sourdough, is basically when you're making the starter, the discard is what you would throw away. But instead of throwing it away, there's actually a lot of recipes you can make with it. And because we'd been away for a week, I had left my starter in the fridge, so I had pulled it out and fed it the night before and wanted to make something with it. Got them in the oven, they looked amazing, pulled them out. You can see they're nice and fluffy and they rose really well. And then later I went back to get more video about them and they were all gone. I kid you not, all 12 were eaten, which was crazy, but they were really good. And I will link the recipe for them in the description if you want to try them. So now I'm actually going through my jewelry box. So I've been on a bit of a minimizing kick again lately. I'm really trying to be very conscious of what I'm bringing into my home and what is staying in my home. And I've had this jewelry box for years and years and years, and I've had all this jewelry, some of it for, oh gosh, more than a decade. And I really don't wear any of it anymore. If I wear any jewelry, it's like maybe a pair of earrings, maybe a necklace, and my wedding rings. I really don't wear much more than that. So I decided it was time to go through all of it, keep the stuff that has meaning to me, that's been given to me by important people in my life, and all my costume jewelry and stuff I wore, day to day before. I decided it was time to get rid of. And I actually ended up selling all of the excess jewelry and the jewelry box on Facebook Marketplace, and I was able to find just a little travel case for jewelry on Amazon, and that's all I needed because I really don't have much left in my house now. So I was able to downsize all this, and that felt really good. Okay, so all of this I am keeping. So this is the stuff that's gonna go. I'm gonna get something smaller because I don't need this whole thing just for this. This is everything I'm gonna get rid of. That's just a little bit of garbage there. But yeah, I mean, gosh, I used to wear all of this. I used to coordinate it all with my outfits, and now I couldn't be bothered. And I did want to show you. This is really cute. So I did come home one time, and Andrew had, there was just standard stock photos in here. And one time I came home, and he had filled it with pictures of us. So this video was filmed over 2 days. So that first day was kind of more just bringing the house back to sort of a general level of tidiness and getting everything unpacked and starting the laundry. And this is the next day now, and you can see that it's the laundry's all done, and I'm just getting it all put away now. If you've watched any of my previous videos and you saw the one where I cleaned the top of the fridge, you'll know that this is an accumulation of Valentine's Day goods since then. So I just wanted to go through and organize it a little bit just to kind of stay on top of that space. And once we've kind of made it through those Valentine's Day treats, well, I guess Easter will be coming up, so we may be adding more to that, but I'm trying to keep everything else off of the top of the fridge.
Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go.
The pain makes it real, I don't wanna feel, I just wanna kill the bad thoughts and steal a good thought and meal. I'm just lost, I feel, I'm just lost, I feel. I need time to heal, I can't steer the wheel. Cause this drive it kills, and it gives me chills. A nice road it feels, I slip off the peel and crash all the steel. Will I ever heal?
I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go.
It's a good feeling when you get all your laundry folded and ready to get put away, and then you have to fill up that same laundry basket with clothes that are already dirty again. It's just never ending. Okay, so this is new. Again, if you've watched my videos in the past, then you'll know that this is new in the living room. I'm just showing you how dusty and dirty it is, and there's like wood chips and stuff like caught up in the dust and very grimy. Anyways, it is the inside of an upright piano that my husband found on Kijiji. And he decided to get it made as an art piece for my birthday. My birthday was at the end of February. And so it's the inside of the upright, but then also you can see there it's like the base of the upright with the pedals. So I grew up playing piano. I started playing, my parents put me in lessons when I was 6, and I took lessons I think until I was about 17, with maybe like a year or two break somewhere in there. And I did do so enough of the music levels as well as the theory levels that I could technically teach piano. So like I went pretty far with it, and it is, you can see underneath of this piece of artwork is where we have our keyboard. We don't have room for a full-size piano in our house, so we do have a keyboard. Anyways, so he got this made, and the idea being that the bottom where the pedals are could also be like a bit of a shelf. And it is huge, and the only wall it actually fits on in our house right now is this wall, which unfortunately is eventually going to be torn down when we redo our kitchen. But it's huge. Anyways, he actually ended up paying someone to come in and mount it for us, and I was not expecting this. This was so not on my radar of gifts that I would get for my birthday. And it was a little bit expensive, like way more than I would have been comfortable having someone spend on me on my birthday. And I did cry, like nervous, sad tears about the price. But the thought and intention behind it was so loving and pure. And once I kind of got over the price point and saw it on the wall, and when we came back from our trip and everything, it's really grown on me. It's really special and it's unique. And both Andrew and I are, we kind of are on like the cusp of trendy. Like we don't really always want to do what's in style and what's trendy. We want to be sort of on the limits of it because we don't want our house just to look like everybody else's house. We want it to, you know, be modern and sellable eventually. But we want there to be unique twists where it's like, yeah, this is our space, our home. So this definitely fits the bill for that. And I do really appreciate and cherish it now. And yeah, it's a really creative gift that we really like. But as you could see, as I explained before, it was also really dirty. So once it was up on the wall, we got back from vacation, we decided to tackle it. And again, with Andrew owning his own cleaning business, he has a lot of random chemicals that you probably wouldn't normally have in your household otherwise, that we could use to bring this all back to life and get some of that old grime and dust and dirt off of it. The way he describes it is it was kind of like a balancing act of cleaning it up, but also not removing the history of this piece, because I want to say that this piano is almost 100 years old. So yeah, finding that balance of getting it clean, making it look really nice on the wall, but also keeping some of the history to it. So we started by blowing off all the dust and debris, and then he's going through with some of his chemicals, and you can see he's cleaning every little tiny bit. So he's going through with a scrubber, and then you'll see later in the video, he kind of like sprays the whole piece down and then dilutes it with some water. And then we actually use our air blower that you saw earlier that I've also used in a previous video. And the idea behind that is that you won't get streaks on the wood behind all these mechanisms, because it will kind of blow the chemical evenly across the wood. And then just drying it all afterwards. And you'll see at the end a before and after picture, it looks totally brand new. It looks really, really good, and it's clean and not dusty, and now it really feels like ours. So this was a big project we knew we had to tackle. It took us a few hours. You can see Finn was in there. He wanted to be involved. We had to make sure he had his goggles and his face mask and his gloves, because we're working with chemicals and dust that who knows how old that dust is or where it's from and all that stuff. So Yeah, this took us a while. By the time we finished, it was nighttime. You can see we've got like the headlamps out, and we're trying to get as much light on it as possible so we can see what we're doing. But we're really happy with it, and it's another project that's done. And certainly when people come into our house now, it is absolutely a talking point. So yeah, this was one of probably the most unique, most special birthday gifts I've ever gotten. is going to be it for today's video. It was a longer one. Like I said, this piece took us a good chunk of time to get clean. So here in Ontario, we are actually entering March break. So Finn is going to be off for a week, and we're hoping to do some fun family things. And I will hopefully have another video for you guys next Friday, trying to get ourselves back on track now that we're home from vacation. So if you guys, wherever you are, have a week off as well, please enjoy. And if not, enjoy anyways. Have a lovely weekend. Stay safe and happy and healthy. And if you really liked this video and you want to see more, please subscribe. You can even turn on your notifications to see when I post my next videos. I've got lots of other videos if you want to go back and see some other stuff we've done in the past. And I'll see you guys in the next one.